have to do what we have to do in order to make sure that this virus, doesn't completely ruin our lives.
Musicians, vendors, business owners are all heartbroken over the news that Jazz Fest has officially been canceled for this October. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Devin Bartolotta. Jazz Fest organizers made that announcement through a press release and over social media today that due to troubling COVID numbers, Jazz Fest will not be held this year. Erica Ferrando has that story.
John Perkins plays the trumpet for Kinfolk Brass Band. They were set to perform on the first Saturday of Jazz Fest this October, but learned through social media Jazz Fest will not be held in 2021 due to skyrocketing COVID numbers.
I definitely felt disappointed by the entire ordeal. I thought that maybe we were getting some type of sense of normalcy. Everything was getting back to normal, but here we are.
Jazz Fest organizers announced the cancellation Sunday afternoon. They said, "We now look forward to next spring when we'll present the festival during its traditional time frame."
I read it and I just went, well, okay. 2022, here we come. The name of the band is
Cowboy Mouth was set to perform on the first Friday. Fred LeBlanc is the lead singer and drummer.
It's pretty devastating, but, that just gives us more reason to raise a lot more hell in 2022. And believe me, we will.
They're now looking ahead to Jazz Fest 2022 that's scheduled for April 29th through May 8th.
I just hope that, first off, we do what we have to do in order to get there.
Have faith. You gotta have faith.
It was just announced about 2 weeks ago the Rolling Stones would perform on a special Jazz Fest Wednesday. That, of course, was also canceled. And if you've already purchased tickets, you'll get an automatic refund.
To have it not happen again is really, really hard to hear.
Monica Davidson and Pierre Hilson with Crawfish Monica say it's a tough hit for many vendors.
It's just such a shame because I know how hard this decision was, both from a business point of view and just from a pure emotional point of view. This is a really tough one.
Mayor Cantrell tweeted, "Appropriate but really disappointing."
All of us, I'm sure, thought we were out of the woods by now.
Jazz Fest organizers said in their announcement, "We urge everyone to follow guidelines and protocols so we can soon experience together the joy that is Jazz Fest." Erica Ferrando, Eyewitness News.
Now, if you already purchased tickets, you'll receive an email this week with details about a refund or a rollover. Except for the Rolling Stones date, those will be refunded.